best basketball Madden player in the world. For sure.
Madden passed away the other day.
Yeah, I know. It was sickening, man, because I was playing Madden when I heard the news. So, I had to beat somebody by like 30, 40 points to show my respect. Yeah, for sure.
Man, yeah, so much has been said and written, and still not enough about John Madden and his legacy and his impact. Best way I could think to put it is that if the NFL is, figuratively speaking, a family, and they would say they are a family, John Madden was its patriarch. John Madden touched everybody he encountered and didn't encounter in a unique and unprecedented way. Coaching gave him his credibility, but as a broadcaster, he was an institution because he practically raised us. I don't know a world without John Madden.
Right.
Okay, I remember watching Super Bowl Memories with Steve Sable on VHS with my Uncle Ken, and watching Super Bowl 11 and Old Man Willie Brown and Fred Biletnikoff and Ken Stabler. So that was my first introduction to John Madden. Every Thanksgiving we spent with John Madden. Sundays we spent with John Madden. Family time was with John Madden. And obviously a new generation, or a more current generation, contemporary generation of people know him through the video game. And that's where I'll pass it to you, Big Mike, because I thought about the amount of relationships that have been forged through competition on them sticks. Like, Michael, do you remember? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, what is our relationship without John Madden? Without Madden,
I don't know.
The video game. Do you remember
Yeah.
when our eventual wives questioned the nature of our relationship because you and I were crashing at each other's house so many nights?
Yeah.
I got so many parking tickets on Washington Avenue
Washington
in Boston.
Street.
Washington Street, sorry. Washington
South
Street in
End.
Boston.
Yes, indeed.
From falling asleep, franchising
Yep.
Madden at your crib. And I will never forget, I don't think you've forgiven me to this day for mistakenly simulating the
That was at your place,
long-awaited
I remember that.
Giants-Jets Super Bowl that
Yeah.
we were trying to get to so we could play each other in franchise
Yeah,
mode.
trying to play
You
it.
were so mad. You've never
late.
been more mad at me than that night.
because there were a lot of sacrifices, long nights. Okay, here it is.
Oh, we were so
Hey,
invested.
we got it. We got
Yeah.
this Giants-Jets Super Bowl, and you
Yeah.
reset the game. We couldn't get it back. But before I tell you about the video game, I want to say this one thing about John Madden, and Bill Belichick had a great tribute. I don't know if you saw it over the weekend. He was talking about Madden, and people have made this point too, that accurately, the three careers that he had, or multiple careers that he had. John Madden, the broadcaster, John Madden, the advocate for football, and John Madden, the football coach, and how he was just so well-rounded and he was good at everything. And Peter King wrote how he once rode on the Madden Cruiser and talked to Madden about literature. He was a big John Steinbeck fan. So all these things, and he loved flowers. And he stopped somewhere in Nebraska because he saw a field of wild flowers and was just amazed by it. But one thing I witnessed, TV production meetings are interesting. I think a lot of fans would be intrigued if they saw these things. A lot of time, a lot of information is passed, a lot of inside information, because coaches trust these broadcasters to hold on to it until game day. So production meetings with Bill Belichick and Phil Simms back in the day, and Greg Gumbel at that time, they took on one kind of feel. Well, it was very jovial, and Simms and Belichick would talk about days with the Giants. But production meetings with Al Michaels and John Madden, it was almost like Belichick, he was there with the teacher, and the teacher was asking him, hey, okay, what about this? Did you check your work? So it was almost like, so for example, Madden would say, okay, Bill, who's gonna be your fifth corner for this game? And he waited for the answer. Belichick would answer, okay, are you going to keep an extra offensive lineman, or are you going to keep an extra linebacker? And he waited for the answer. And Belichick would give him the answer, like, was that okay? Is that okay? Are you all right with that? It really was deferential. He had so much respect for Madden. I think a lot of people did. And the thing about Madden, our video games, back to our relationship, and a lot of people feel this way. If you are a serious Madden head, and we were, you know that the game didn't reward a lot of BS. Like if you brought in, if you had a fullback, the game will reward you for that. If you liked a guard, you had your good offensive lineman, the game would reward you for that. It didn't, not a lot of this, hey, roll to the right and throw across your body like John Elway could do and like Josh Allen can do. The game would say, nah, that's not going to fly. If you're going to be in franchise mode, you're going to do it the right way. And that's really Madden, because Madden, when they were developing that game, he told the developers, I want it to be a real football game.
Got to be 11.
I don't want,
dude.
Yeah.
He taught so many of us the game through broadcasting, but that game, like, people like me think I think I could really be a GM thanks to franchise mode. But before we go, speaking of things that won't fly, and you mentioned Bill Belichick, I wish I could be as courageous a reporter and an interviewer. Have we found out who this woman was? I don't know, but she deserves a raise.
Oh, we know who she is.
For her persistence. We know who she is? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Hi, football aside, sorry, but I'm doing a story about New Year's resolutions, and I was just wondering if you had any you wanted to share with your fans and our readers?
Yeah, no, not right now.
Okay, thanks.
Maybe next week.
It's New Year's Eve day. Have you had a chance to consider any New Year's resolutions since I asked you on Sunday?
Yeah, they would all be personal, so it probably wouldn't mean anything to you anyway. Thank you.
She's like, so I know you've been thinking about this, and you said maybe later.
You said next week, right?
Wow.
Let me see. Well, that's next week.
Who was the reporter?
Right.
Who was it? Do you know
her? She's a correspondent. Does some things for People. She's a local correspondent who does things for People magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, nice work.
She said for our readers.
Hey, my story is important. I don't care about whatever else you got. What y'all talking about? My story is important. You got any New Year's resolutions? I'm not big on New Year's resolutions, just because it's like, why not just do it on March 17th? You know, like why you got to wait till New Year's to make changes in your life?
You know what?
What's yours?
I was never really a New Year's resolution guy, but then I look at some patterns that I have. And I'm like, I should have some resolutions. I've been like, I've been too cool for school on this. Oh, I'm not into the resolutions just because the calendar changes. No. Yeah. I need to. I have a problem, and I've had this problem as long as you've known me. I have a problem with punctuality. Yes, I do. And so now my resolution.
You did beat me sitting down today. I noticed that.
That's one of them. I said I need to create 30 more minutes. I need to create 30 more productive minutes.
Do you remember what your ex told you? Do you remember what your ex told you?
No, that wasn't my ex. That's my wife.
No. Oh, that was
my wife. My wife told. That's Oni.
What was the quote? Your travel plans don't include other people.
Your travel plans don't include other people.
You don't account for everybody.
you think you can just leave and just be there? Like, how about traffic? How about some unforeseen things?
I like that.
So I'm going to be.
I want to take better care of
15 minutes earlier. 15 minutes earlier here. I'm doing this for you, Mike. I'm doing this for you.
I want to take better care of myself.
Every day.
That's all I want to do.
I like that one too.
Putting everybody else.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.